You are made from the remains of a star that died billions of years ago. Every atom in your body was born inside a dying star. Every star you see in the night sky is living on borrowed time, and its death can create worlds or destroy them. Stars don't just light the universe, they decide whether life exists at all. Right now, at this exact moment, stars across the universe are being born, living out their lives, and dying in ways so powerful they shape entire galaxies. You can't hear them, you can't feel them, yet everything you touch, your phone, your breath, your bones, sits because stars lived and died long before Earth was ever formed. This is not just the story of stars, this is the story of where you come from. So where does a star's life begin? Inside vast clouds of gas and dust called nebulae. These clouds stretch across hundreds of light years, drifting silently through galaxies for millions of years. They look calm and beautiful, but hidden within them is a relentless force: gravity. A star is born the moment gravity takes control. A disturbance, like a nearby supernova or colliding gas clouds, causes part of a nebula to collapse. Gas and dust rush inward, spinning faster, growing denser. Pressure rises, temperatures soar to millions of degrees. A glowing core forms. This is a protostar, not shining yet, but gathering mass, building heat, preparing to ignite. So when does a protostar become a true star? The instant nuclear fusion begins. When the core reaches about 10 million degrees, hydrogen atoms fuse into helium, releasing immense energy. Light floods outward, radiation pushes back against gravity. Balance is achieved. The star turns on. Now begins the longest chapter of a star's life, the main sequence. Here, gravity pulls inward, while fusion pushes outward, locking the star in perfect equilibrium. As long as hydrogen fuel lasts, the star shines steadily. Our sun is in this phase and has been for about 4.6 billion years. But how long does this stability last? That depends on one thing: mass. Small stars burn slowly and can live for trillions of years. Massive stars burn fast and furious, exhausting their fuel in just millions. The bigger the star, the shorter and more explosive its life. Eventually, every star reaches the same unavoidable turning point. It begins to run out of hydrogen fuel. When this happens, the balance breaks. Gravity gains the upper hand. The core starts to collapse and heat up even more, while the outer layers expand outward. The star swells into a red giant. For extremely massive stars, this phase creates enormous red supergiants, some so large they could swallow entire planetary systems. This raises a terrifying question: when do stars truly begin to die? The moment fusion can no longer continue. For stars like our sun, the red giant phase will be the beginning of the end. Billions of years from now, the sun will expand, its surface cooling and glowing red. The inner planets may be consumed. Earth, if it survives, will be completely unrecognizable. For smaller stars, death is relatively quiet. The outer layers slowly drift away into space, forming a beautiful glowing shell called a planetary nebula. What remains behind is the exposed core, a white dwarf. It no longer produces energy, it no longer shines brightly, it simply cools over billions of years, slowly fading into darkness like the dying embers of a cosmic fire. But massive stars do not die peacefully, they die violently. When a massive star runs out of fuel, its core collapses in seconds. The collapse is so sudden and extreme that it triggers a catastrophic explosion known as a supernova. For a brief moment, the explosion can outshine an entire galaxy. This single event creates the heavy elements, iron, gold, silver, uranium, that make planets, technology, and life possible. Without supernovae, Earth could never have formed. So what remains after such unimaginable destruction? If the core is massive enough, it collapses into a neutron star where matter is crushed so tightly that a single teaspoon would weigh billions of tons. If the core is even more massive, it becomes a black hole, an object with gravity so intense that not even light can escape. This brings us to the most important question of all. Why does the life cycle of a star matter to you? Because your story is inseparable from theirs. The carbon in your cells, the oxygen in your lungs, the calcium in your bones, all of it was forged in the heart of ancient stars that lived and died long before our planet existed. Stars are born from clouds of dust. They live by burning light. They die to create everything else. You are not just watching the universe, you are made from it. If you love mind-blowing space mysteries, cosmic science, and the stories written in the stars, hit subscribe and join Space Facts, Journeys Through the Universe every week.